Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth pregame.
You ready? No debate, cause it's all. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, corner booth.
I see as well. Kate, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Kate, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now? Or
No, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh
lovely. I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Shannon. I'll send you my address later so you can send it to my house.
Yeah, I'm never giving you my address. I don't want you getting that close.
Oh, I know.
That you know what, Kevin? I still think that is possibly your finest moment on the show.
Yeah, I don't know who allowed me to do that.
We just didn't talk you out of it.
That was the whiskey.
Fair.
That's what allowed you to do that.
Facts.
Or whatever
Well,
you were drinking that night.
Cheers to that. Ladies and gentlemen,
Whiskey.
it is finally here. It's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. And to kick off the weekend, we are the Korner Booth pregame. The original crew today, actually. Yeah, we plus my intern whenever he decides to resurface himself. I don't know. If you have seen my intern Jake, he's about 21 years old. I'd say about what, Kevin? 5'11", 6 foot, glasses, short hair, played soccer. I don't know. If you've seen him, let me know because I'm missing my intern.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give a talk to his reference.
I didn't realize he was taller than me though. I thought he was like 5'5". Like I thought he was like Kevin's height.
he is tall. Not abnormally tall, but
So is JD. JD's like 6'4", by the way, Pat.
Jesus.
He's a large human.
I'll be right back.
We need to do like a Korner Booth get together at some point where like everyone.
Oh, we are already planning this. We just have to kidnap JD's ass out of Ohio.
Well, it's probably not too hard. You just say there's corn to harvest in Massachusetts, and any Ohioan will come and help.
And free Reds dressing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is the Korner Booth pregame. We are, of course, sponsored by the amazing ladies and gentlemen at eatsofficial.com. Myself, Kevin, JD, Samir, Pat. We all have our own pair. I have two, actually. We're a third. They actually just dropped their newest line called Streets. Check them out. Promo code Korner Booth for 10% off. And joining us from the road, this is dedication, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen,
Holy shit.
this triumphant return, Cruz Oxenrider of the Cruise Control Podcast. Welcome back, buddy. Okay, we can't hear you, bud.
Solid. Do we have him now?
I don't know.
No, we don't have him. Wow, what a nice visit by Cruz Oxenrider, everyone. What a guy.
Face than dips.
Power moves only by Cruz.
Oh, there he is. Let's hope his fucking mic works now. Are you alive, sir?
Sorry, boys.
It's all good, man. Welcome in.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Long time no see.
I know. You start working for fucking Tebow and you think you big time us now.
I'm always humble to my roots. Don't worry.
Oh, we're apparently fucking roots now, guys.
I'm on the way
We
to
are.
Tuscaloosa now, so I'm excited.
Okay. So what are you doing in Tuscaloosa there, big fella?
I am going to act like I am 19 again. I'm going to watch Alabama beat LSU by 90. And
I would
maybe have a drink or two.
Okay.
Just one or
there you
two?
go.
Just one or two.
so you're gonna act like you're 21 then because you're gonna be drinking.
Yes, because we do not condone underage drinking on this podcast.
Nope.
Unless you're in a country where it's allowed, and then you can drink when you're 18.
Oh yeah, but it's not allowed in America.
So petty.
Oh my God. So, buddy, and besides getting the kicking the living daylights out of LSU and go Tigers, what other college football game you excited for this weekend?
Oh, I mean, how can you not be excited for A&M Auburn? I mean, I think it's got the potential to be the game of the year. So in the SEC. So I'm very excited about that.
So does A&M pull off the Alabama sweep?
I actually think they do. I like what A&M's done to bounce back. But don't get me wrong, Auburn's been on a roll. But A&M is a very hard place to play. If the Bama game didn't show that, then tune in this Sunday or this Saturday. But yeah, I have A&M winning pretty easily.
Yeah, I
That makes
watched
you more
highlights.
confident.
I watched highlights of Bo.
I think they win by 2 scores.
I watched highlights of Bo Nix running around like a chicken with his head cut off, and I'm like, this guy's a fucking quarterback. Jesus.
Well, I will give Bo Nix this. He's playing like a responsible dad who pays child support, not a deadbeat.
Fair enough. Speaking,
No, I think he's just playing like a competent quarterback. He can still be a deadbeat dad.
I mean, like I was just trying to, give him a compliment.
I mean, speaking of people who are absent, we found him. Yeah. Boys, my intern's alive.
What's up, everybody?
Cruz, I think competent quarterback is a compliment for Bo Nix.
Okay. I mean, he's played great. He's played very well the last few weeks. It looks like he's finally adjusted to the system. I feel like he is embraced his, game manager role. But I mean, it's compared to where he started in the beginning of the season to where he is now, it's a completely different quarterback.
Also fair. Cruz, buddy, how you feeling about World Series, by the way? I know your Rays were a first round exit this year, which was not fun for me because they were my AL pick.
I'm okay with it because my NL pick in Vegas before the season started were the Braves, so I still I still did well. I had the Braves World Series for marketing purposes and rhyming reasons. It would have been amazing, and then it just so happened we were the best team in baseball all year, and then just Cruz's team's breaking his heart again. What else is new?
Well, I mean, listen, your quarterback might be a national treasure. That man dancing on one leg is maybe the greatest video on the internet right now.
Yeah, but the joys of that were then realized when Michael Thomas is now out for the year. We didn't trade anybody at the deadline, and then Tua is still stuck on the Dolphins. So, I mean, was it really that? It's been a rough week. And then Derrick Henry's out. And then the whole Henry Ruggs thing, too. So
I was going to say, Cruz. Yeah. Cruz, don't be too concerned about the Saints. There is a speed guy on the open market right now.
No.
He's probably going to post bail. The NFL has been big on, we're going to let the legal process run its course. We're not going to get involved. So Ruggs might be available the rest of the way.
I would rather have Deshaun Watson on my team right now than Henry Ruggs.
Is he are they going to allow him to post bail?
He already posted bail.
He did.
Oh.
So,
can he play on Sunday?
Thoughts and prayers to everyone affected in that, by the way. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible thing.
Oh, man.
I find light in it, but at the end of the day, it's damn. It just sucks. Seeing a guy we watched for years tear it up, and then he was having a breakout year, it seemed like, and it just basically ruined his life in a matter of minutes, seconds.
Well, hey, listen, it makes you kind of consolation. Odell Beckham will probably be cut by the end of the week, so there you go.
We are the Vegas favorites to land him right now, so I feel pretty good about it.
They are his home team. They are his home team. I mean,
Cruz, I'm gonna hurt your feelings right now, Cruz.
Oh no, did it drop? No.
I don't know if it dropped, but I'm just telling you, either the Browns aren't going to cut him with concern that the Ravens would get him, or because the Saints made the playoffs last year. Yeah, they did. He's not going to be on waivers long enough for the Saints to get him. One of those fringe playoff teams will probably get him first.
Well, the problem is, though, a lot of these teams don't want to take his $8 million cap hit. So I think he'll clear waivers, and I think I think the same thing with Deshaun Deshaun Jackson. He cleared waivers. He's a free agent. He's going to go where he wants to go. I could see him going back to Philly. I could also see maybe New Orleans giving him a call as well for both these guys. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, right now, I would rather see what we have in Trevor Siemian and the rest of our receivers, and then, just try and reload in free agency and the draft next year. Since we actually have all our draft picks.
Watch Sean Payton swoop in and somehow finagle a way to get Deshaun.
I would love that. I would love it.
It's not going to happen because of like the Texans, if they're not going to trade Deshaun, they're not going to cut him.
Oh, you mean you mean Deshaun Watson? I thought you meant Deshaun Jackson.
Nah.
D Jackson, that dome would be electric, though.
I would love it. I mean, he's still got it. I don't think we'll get Watson.
Who's starting Sunday then? Who's starting Sunday? Is it Siemian?
Trevor. Well, there's a little bit of belief from what I was told this morning that Taysom Hill might be good to go on Sunday.
It's now officially somebody better to make sure our boy doesn't pick him up in fantasy for a tight end quarterback combo.
I did do that in the league last year just to be an asshole.
They don't. Yeah, ESPN did away with that. So.
Well, what's the name on the Browns was wide receiver RB, and then I think Patterson was listed as both too, right?
Patterson still is because a running back wide receiver combo isn't as broken as a quarterback tight end combo because you could get if he throws like a passing touchdown,
20.
that's way too many points for a tight end.
Yeah, like 25 points for a tight end is insane unless you're Travis Kelce in his prime.
Back to Odell if he's cut. I think I found the team that is going to get him.
Okay.
The Raiders.
Yeah, I could see.
They have $28 million in cap space right now.
I was going to say they're close to the top of the whole list right now.
They're not going to be at the top because they were 8-8. They just happened to miss the playoffs.
No, I mean top of the list for salary cap.
Oh yeah, they are. They're number one. They have the most salary cap room in the NFL, and they just lost a receiver. It makes sense.
No, it makes sense.
He's a perfect kind of receiver for Derek Carr.
So I have like a logistical question for those of you who know the NFL rules better than I do. So Ruggs posted bail, you guys said. Is he eligible to play right now?
If he got picked up by a team, the NFL would stop, would not allow him to play. They would step in and put him on the commissioner's exhibit list.
Yeah. So as of right now, he can play, but like Cruz said, the NFL wouldn't let him.
But also, too, like Deshaun Watson's still eligible to play.
He would be, but the moment that he would be announced as a starter, the commissioner would step in and put him on the exhibit list. So it's a weird process, and it's just I don't know if it's more of the NFLPA or the legal system, but it's just it's not a good process. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
So they don't want to put anyone onto the exempt list until they absolutely have to. But like when push comes to shove, they will for like those types of circumstances.
It's the rare cases. So like the Ray Rices, the Kareem Hunts, the Michael Vicks, like those kind of situations.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The OBJ situation is interesting because what Stefanski's doing is technically against the CBA too. Like if he were to bring them to court, he would win. Because you're not allowed to suspend a guy with pay during the season, and that's effectively what he's doing right now. So he either needs to cut him or like suspend him from the team without pay, or else OBJ is going to file a grievance against the Browns.
Well, I think he's exempt from practice, right? So it's like
by Stefanski, but he's not like allowed to do that.
I thought
he can just tell him that, but if it comes to game day and he doesn't play him, it's against the CBA rules.
I think that's so stupid.
It's such a weird rule. Like the head coach should be able to do what he wants.
They're basically just being that petty ex in a relationship that just won't cut ties and is like keeping them on the hook. It's equivalent to what the Browns are doing.
Yeah.
It's making me respect the Browns less and less.
So I will say this before I get off and drive safe, because driving safe. We are a pro safe driving podcast. So I say take the Saints money line this week, even with their QB situation. They're going up against Atlanta. And do you know how many sacks the Saints have against the Atlanta Falcons over the last 4 seasons?
17. Oh, wait.
36.
Last 4, 25.
36. They have 36 sacks against the Falcons in the last 4 seasons. I want you to think about that. That's
a lot.
That's an insane stat. And then also, I want to give a huge shout out to the Cruise Control podcast I put out earlier. That this episode that I put out was my last one. I'm stepping down due to future projects I'm working on and my new career in collegiate athletics. And so just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out, because if it wasn't for y'all, the Cruise Control podcast would never be a thing. And it's been a hell of a ride. And I'll still be around. I'll still be behind the scenes, but I am leaving it to Nick Perkins and the intern, and a certain special somebody is going to come be the third person on the team.
Is there going to be a name change?
I don't know. They're more than welcome to, make that name change. I'll support it no matter what they end up doing, as long as it's not something stupid. But yeah.
Can they keep the logo? I worked hard on that.
I think the logo is trademarked, so we'll keep it.
All right, cool.
There you go, Kev.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Cruz, man, it's a fun ride for you, dog.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, it definitely is not the end. I have a future project I'm really excited to announce in next, hopefully, month. I'm hoping by the end of the month I can announce what I'm doing. I think a lot of people are gonna like it. Gonna be some really cool opportunities in the world of sports that I'll have with this. So stay tuned. I'll keep everyone posted.
Cool.
We're excited, man.
But,
all right, man. Cool.
Guys, man. I'm gonna get back on the road. I have 7 hours left, so I will see you guys later.
Fuck,
good luck in your drive, brother. Drive safe.
Man.
Thanks, man.
Damn, end of an era for the Cruise Control podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't expect breaking news on the podcast.
Yeah, that was usually I hear belly up news through you guys through different avenues. I didn't expect to hear that tonight.
Wow. You know what? Hey, listen,
I think he wanted you to hear it from him, Pat.
Yeah, Pat, it was all about your reaction live.
Yeah, that was probably why.
The Korner Booth resident house cat literally needed to hear this live.
And I think he wanted me to hear it from him, so I didn't have flashbacks to my mom leaving.
There it is. 18 minutes basically on the dot. Yeah. Holy shit.
I think.
Thanks,
well,
here's for the big setup for a Kevin mom joke.
I think at my Halloween party, I think he made about 10, 11, somewhere in that range.
So
I'm very proud of his efficiency.
I'm actually very happy. I made one mom joke in front of your dad this summer, and he stopped said that was a good one. Someone swore, and he said, "Hey, you kiss your mother with that mouth?" And I went, "Does that mean I can say whatever the fuck I want?"
I even made 2 mom jokes this weekend.
I have actually 2 things that I want to say real quick.
Okay.
Not at all sports related. Number 1, Kevin, did you remember my flavored dip in your trip to Connecticut?
No.
Okay. And number 2, Jake, you're pushing 6 foot.
Me?
Yeah. I just heard you're apparently 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
Jesus Christ. All right.
I know. I look like I'm tiny though, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's like Kevin's height. He's 5'2".
I could have told you, Pat, if you asked that he wasn't my height, because he was taller than me 5 years ago.
Well, we talked pre-show, it's deceptive with the webcams and everything. So I just I thought you were significantly short, a foot shorter.
No, but I'm skinny. I'm 6'2", 155. I'm small.
I weigh 60 pounds more than you. And I'm
dude, I weigh
shorter.
90 more than you.
Wow.
I saw a 5'11", 240, baby.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
5'9", 190, but
Jared, I think if I ever weigh as much as you, just with the height difference, I'm just gonna stop eating for like 2 months.
Jesus.
It's okay, Kev. If I ever hit over 250 again, I'm just gonna start running to work every morning just because I'll be like, I hate this. No more pandemic, Jared. That was a bad time.
Yeah, I'm at that point now where like the mediums are getting a little too tight on me. I gotta start looking at gyms.
Pat, you want to go to Planet Fitness with me?
So I've been doing some not like real research, but like asking friends where they go and being like, oh, do they have like incentives? Like if you refer someone, do you get like like a discount or whatever? And I forget the name of the gym or like the chain of them, but it's like yeah, you get like a month free if you like refer someone. So I'm like yeah, if you want to refer me, like that's fine. Like hit me up. So if PF has like a referral program, like I can swing that.
I hate Planet Fitness.
I think
They
it's
don't
a
have
fact.
they don't have bench presses.
What?
Yeah, that's against their lunk alert rule.
They have
That's a real thing, by the way.
Well, like I get the lunk alarm is a thing, but like I love when I did work out like habitually, like chest day was my thing. Like I love chest and arms was like my big thing. But now I'm at that point where it's like little beer gut going on. So
Yeah. Like my thing with bench press is I'm not throwing a bunch of weight on there and I'm like, oh, I'm a big strong man, I gotta lift his butt. No, I don't do a lot of weight, partially because my shoulder's fucked, but I just hate the motion of Smith machines because it makes my shoulder worse.
yeah.
I would recommend at least for now dumbbells.
That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing.
My trainer yelled at me. She goes, "Dude, your shoulder's never gonna heal if you keep trying to bench press." It's just all dumbbells for me from now on, which kind of blows because it's kind of like anticlimax. Like, oh my god, 250s, nice, woo! But it's like at the same time, it's like it's building structure and strength back on my shoulders, which is a good thing. Speaking of strong shoulders, y'all already talking Thursday Night Football. Mike fucking White. This is my dude right
We've
here.
all been waiting
for.
for.
Shout out to friend of the corner booth, by the way, Frank Michael Smith. Me and him were talking shit pre-show over IG because he said his bets for this week were Carson Wentz run for at least 10 yards and Mike fucking White Lightning to throw for under 250. I said that's some bullshit. I don't care who's playing corner. Mike White is the savior of the Jets franchise. Also is the bringer of chaos for that franchise. I want to give you guys a little hypothetical here before we roll into talking about the game tonight. Let's just say for some reason Mike White wins tonight, right? Decent game, 2 touchdowns, maybe 3, maybe 250 passing yards. Sorry, no, 255 just to beat Frank by one yard. Anyway, and Carson Wentz runs for 9, and only 9. Zach Wilson's back next week. They play the Buffalo Bills, and you guys know as much as I will, they are going to get the shit kicked out of them. That next week on everywhere from WFIN to ESPN to anywhere in between, they're going to be calling for Mike White to step back in. Pure anarchy in the Jets organization if Mike White actually does have a good game tonight.
I don't even think that's like a wild hypothetical because the Colts just went to overtime with the Titans like 3 days ago.
Here's the other
thing. The Jets are going to play a close game.
Here's the other thing is that everyone's like, oh, well, Mike White could be next Matt Flynn. I'm like, yeah, true. But also they could also pull a Josh Rosen with Zach Wilson because Zach Wilson's fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the same fucking offenses with all the same plays, same playbook, just a little less stupid, a little less risky. Oh, look, they lit up the Bungles.
They're not running the same playbook.
Was it half dumbed down?
Yeah, the Jets went, well, this guy, he's been in the league for 3 years, so the plays in and of themselves, like, we don't have to make the playbook actually dumbed down. Like, he can make reads. He's still in the NFL for a reason, but a lot of the riskier plays that they had in before, like some of those deep passes, they took some of those out because they're like, Zach Wilson's a first-round pick. We should expect him to do this stuff, so we're going to have him do it now. So it isn't the exact same playbook.
Fair.
Which is stupid, by the way. They should have been running this playbook that they're running with Mike White with Zach Wilson all year.
I was about to make the same fucking point. It's utterly hilarious to me how the Jets are just this incompetent, where it takes a backup quarterback who was a practice squad guy for the Cowboys for what, 3 years, 4 years, before he signed with the Jets, or 2 years, whatever.
2 or 3. I think this is his 3rd year in the league, and so he spent the last 2.
Yeah. Dude slings it. I mean, it's not like he didn't play incredible. Like, it was a good game. 350 not through the air is not 325 through the air is not bad. That dude, by the way, hit that bet. Y'all hear about this?
No.
The dude, he did?
Yeah, he hit it because Jones and Mahomes were both under 300 yards.
Perfect.
So, I mean, I think reality here though is like with White, they're just going to trade him next season or in the offseason. I think that they're stuck with Zach Wilson. I think they realize that like he's their guy. So I hope that they trade White away for like draft capital somewhere to like Houston.
I don't think they'll trade him.
You think he's going to be
I don't
the
think
backup?
they can. He's a free agent after this year.
He
okay.
kind of 1 year. That's not what I was going for. I didn't know what his contract situation was. I think a good backup is an extremely overlooked aspect of football. You need a guy who can, if your quarterback goes down, or if he decides to sit out, or if he pulls a Deshaun Watson, like, you need a guy who can step in and still win you some games and make you look like a competent offense.
And they wouldn't get
they would get like a 6th or 7th round pick for Mike White, even if he lit it up this year, barring a historic season. They wouldn't get much for him, so I think it would make more sense to keep him as a backup. You know he can run the offense. You know he can look good in that offense, so it makes sense just to hold on to him. Maybe overpay a little bit, but even then, you're talking there between league minimum and $1 million.
I'd say, because he'd be a bet, even if they did pay him, I'd give him at least 3, because most average backup quarterback salary is between like somewhere between 3 and 7 a year. Maybe 8, depending on how good you are. At least that's from my recent recognition of re-signing like backup quarterbacks.
I mean, I think tonight might decide his career. To be honest, I think against the Colts, it might decide how he goes forward in the NFL. Whether he's like a perpetual backup for the Jets or for another organization, or if he takes like that Fitzmagic type position where it's like drifts from team to team and that they're like off years. Like,
Plot twist, Mike White becomes a Hall of Famer.
Yo,
yeah, what's the money
White's,
line on
Mike
that?
White's the new Kurt. Yo, it's plot twist. Mike White's the new Kurt Warner.
I do question with Mike White though. Like I feel like to have a young guy like Zach Wilson, if you have a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback, you should have some experience in your quarterback room. And for Mike White to be like this young like gunslinger guy that's gonna come in and back up Wilson, like it's great to have a guy that can come in and still carry your offense. But for the long term, I feel like they should look down more of a Ryan Fitzpatrick, Alex Smith type of guy to come in and mentor Zach Wilson more than somebody that can come and win them a game.
They got Flacco.
Yeah. So they have that, but they didn't
just
start
got
the
him
year
like
with
last
him.
week. No,
Yeah.
they just got him like 2 weeks ago. Last week.
Mm-hmm.
It was last week because he wasn't ready to start last week's games.
So,
also, fun fact: Mike White technically is in the Hall of Fame. His jersey is on display in Canton from that game.
Excellent.
So is Joe Flacco or Mike White getting the start tonight?
Mike White.
I think it's Mike White still.
Okay, thank you.
You don't like it would be the most asinine thing on the planet, like the most Adam Gase thing I'd ever heard, to like bench the guy who beat one of the hottest teams in football for a perennial backup who basically for the last 3 or 4 years, of course,
Yeah,
perennial
thank you.
backup.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Joe Flacco was almost elite for about 78 years.
That sounds like a Matt Nagy move.
Matt Nagy, Adam Gase. Hey, listen, two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Also, this is unrelated. I'm scared to drink this. I don't know how old it is.
Oh, is that the hard seltzer?
Yes.
A Bang hard seltzer. Bang sponsor us, please.
I think that's all
Yeah.
Cam drinks, Kevin.
He drank a lot of them, there was one left down in the Cape, and my dad brought it back, and I'm like, hey, Cam, do you want this, or can I have it? He's like, you can just have it.
Also, why
Generous
drink a
guy.
Bang when Monster Rehab exists? Like,
Monster Rehab is my shit, dude.
dude, the yellow one, like the iced
Oh
tea,
my
is
god,
so good.
the iced tea, that's my favorite.
That's like, it's not even like a hangover cure. Like, it's good for hangovers, but like, it's like, oh, I need to like wake up in the morning. So fucking good. Like,
And
underrated.
it's not carbonated, so you're not burning like a jackass. For
Yeah,
20
and
minutes.
it's not super like, it's not super disgusting like regular Monster is. So like, you're fine throughout the day.
Also has the most caffeine of all the monsters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 200.
Red Bull like corrodes my organs. I can't drink Red Bull, but like the rest of them, I'm fine.
Red
with. Like
Bull-
I like
Red
Bang.
Bull also has like the least, like one of the like lower amounts of like chemicals per energy drink.
Sugar-free Red Bulls are pretty all right.
My favorite was the pomegranate
taste
acai
fine.
berry. Those were my favorite.
Mhm.
But they discontinued those, and it made me sad.
Random fun fact: vodka and Red Bull has the same effect as cocaine on your brain. So do with that information as you will.
For sure.
Shout out to my
Thanks,
cousin
Al.
who knocked back vodka Red Bulls like a champ.
That just
I drink them at the bar.
See, I'm more just a shot of Jack Daniels will wake me up kind of guy.
Yes.
I mostly just
6:30
drink
in the
beer,
morning.
but a
Trying to
vodka
wake
Red
up.
Bull at like 6 p.m. not bad.
Listen, no, before I go to the bar, I'll slam like a 5-hour energy or something like that.
Yeah. What's everyone's like pregame? Like if you have to pregame going out somewhere, what's your pregame drink?
It depends on where we're going. Like if it's a house party, just maybe a couple. If I'm not driving, like a shot or two of whiskey, I'm good to go. But if like we're going to like a bar or a club or some shit like that, I'm hitting a 5-hour energy, then the hard stuff.
I just drink whiskey.
Same.
I'm in college, so we like binge drink. So I drink like warm natty lights and like we drink these loyal lemonades. You guys ever had these?
That sounds disgusting. Loyal lemonade
Why-
sounds bad.
They taste
Why
really
are
good.
you
I like them.
warm, like natty
That's
ice?
enough.
No, they're not warm anymore. When I was like
How do
when
I?
I was like 19, 20, we'd drink them warm. But I got a
You don't
fridge. Like,
encourage underage drinking on this show, Jake.
I'm 21. I'm 21. We're good.
Hey.
No, I think that was just with
21-year-old
Samir.
intern.
I think we just didn't let Samir drink underage. I don't really care about anyone else.
Samir drinks milk and Sprite and cranberry.
Exactly. No, I know. I get that. I get the struggle. We used to just buy like a shit ton of Natty Light, like 4 racks of it.
Straight kegs, baby.
BJ's, yeah.
Oh, we didn't even go to BJ's because I don't know if they have them in the South.
What the?
At
I
least
think
not
Sam's
exclusive.
Club is what they have down south, right?
Yeah.
They have Sam's Clubs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's all
Costco
same
doesn't.
thing.
Costco
Costco,
really
too.
doesn't go that any farther than Maryland. I know BJ's is a north thing. I don't even know what the fuck they have in the West Coast, but I know Sam's Club is a big thing down in the South.
I think they have Costco West Coast.
Somebody I
Costco.
talked to was very confused when I said a 36 pack. They were like, "What the fuck do you mean?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you get 36 beers in like a container." And they were like, "Oh, like a 30
Like
rack."
a
I'm
Bud
like, yeah,
Light
plus 6.
36 pack.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
Where can I find this magic?
BJ's. If you're in the Northeast, BJ's.
I haven't gotten one of those before, but I don't get why that's such a confusing concept.
Well, like
Like
they
a
thought it meant,
36
like
pack.
30
Oh,
rack.
like a 30 rack. Yes, but 36. Like it's not that crazy.
It was like a confusion on nomenclature. They thought I was like talking about a 30 rack, and I was like, "Yeah, no, like a 36 rack." And they're like, "Oh, a 30 rack?" I'm like, "No, like 30. Like you have 36 beers in the container."
I'm still confused though by their confusion of the nomenclature. Like
Because
you
they thought
clearly
it capped.
said,
They thought
but
it
you
capped at
clearly
30.
said 36. So I don't get why they'd correct you on. And also, it does not cap at 30. You can get like a 99 rack from Natty
Yeah.
Light, I think.
Yeah, like there's like specifics where you can get like the 90 rack of like Natty Light or there's another beer that does like a sleeve where it's like 90 some odd beers. But it's like, yeah, no, like 36. Like you can just buy that at the store if you go to the store.
Fair.
But I mean,
Oh,
again,
speaking
the
of-
difference is 6 beers. So what's like really at that point, what's the difference?
Yo, speaking of beer, I gotta give a shout out. I'm not a real big Brooklyn brewery guy. Black Chocolate Stout, 10%. It's their winter beer for this year. It tastes like I'm drinking a beer, like literally a chocolate syrup flavored beer, and it's incredible.
You've been plugging a lot of chocolate beers. I've never had one. I gotta try one.
They're very good.
Mhm.
I also I'm a big stout guy, so I'm always up for a good stout. But I had this at the bar on Friday, last Friday, and I'm like, I was at a pool hall, and so I'm like, this is fucking incredible, but it's knocking me on my ass. So because it's 10%. So I walk into my buddy's liquor store on Wednesday, and I'm like walking through, like, hey, anything new? And he goes, yeah, all the winter beers came. I'm like, oh sweet, my favorite, heavy, thick, and delicious. And I'm just like, all right, cool. And I walk in the back because I apparently get special treatment there. And I see a 6-pack. It's like, oh fuck yeah, this is what I'm going with tonight. So I have off tomorrow. Shout out to my amazing boss for being like, yeah, I'm not gonna make you come in and do warehouse work. There's no fucking point you coming in for 3 hours just to go home at 10 o'clock. So I'm like, sweet, thanks, dude. So shout out to Dan. Also, by the way, still hold the record for the best pick record of all of our guest pickers so far. 6 out of 8, not bad.
Wow.
I also want to point out, by the way, Jared, you said you had it at the bar last Friday.
Yeah.
This lunatic got drunk on Friday, was hungover on Saturday. His Halloween party was Saturday night. He drank at that, and then he wanted to drink again during football games on Sunday.
I did, and I still was awake for Monday morning work.
I gotta be honest, that's my usual weekend right there.
Listen, I'm getting it started now because I'm going out tomorrow night, going out Saturday, and I'll drink on Sunday.
If I get
I'm going to a keg party when we're done with this.
There we go.
Thirsty Thursday.
Okay, so Jake, I gotta ask you because when I was in college, my buddies at their frat, they would charge like $5 a head for keg or whatever. It would be like Keystone, it'd be bullshit. But like if they ever got natty, then I'd be like, all right, okay, at least this isn't terrible. But what's the keg tonight? Do you know?
So we got Natty Light. So I actually after this I got a flag football game. So it's between me and like another group of kids in my grade that we know. So all of us after are just going to one house. And we're gonna have a keg. So the losing team has to pay for it.
Wow, I
And
love
we're
it.
gonna go, and we're just gonna because we're all friends anyway. So we're all just gonna party together after.
That's lit as fuck, dude. I love that.
Yeah, I'm like super excited.
Jake, do you need some ringers? Me and Pat are in the area. We can get up there.
Dude, I will drive
do it,
2.5 hours right now to go play ball.
Yeah,
Jake,
boys,
I'm
let's
a
go.
hell of
We
a
need some size in the middle.
Yeah, Jake, I'm a hell of a pass.
Get to
rusher.
Fairfield, Connecticut. Let's roll.
Oh wait,
it's
you got
closer
my
for
name.
Jared.
Yeah, I
I'm here
guess.
in an hour. B, let's do this.
Let's go.
Jake, tell him your joke.
catch you
He'll
next time.
actually show up.
No, I'm ready to bus drive. I'm not Henry Ruggs. Come on.
Yeah, hit one. What was it? 156.
Listen, if my car does over 100 miles an hour, it starts shaking.
Yeah, my car.
My
was
car would look like the one
70.
he hit if it went over 100.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so fucked. Yo,
That's funny.
okay, so now Kevin is officially my famous boss, right? So I was on
I
a
met
job
him
with him
last year.
Yeah, I know you met him last year, but you actually got to have a good conversation with him talking about the Jets and all the other shit last Saturday. So I was on a job with him. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. We were working on a countertop, and I was like, "Hey, they told." Oh no, it was Wednesday. I'm like, "Hey, so they found out what Ruggs was going." He goes, "What?" I'm like, $1.56. He goes, "Holy fuck!" He drops the hand grinder he's holding. He's like, and he was double the legal. I'm like, yeah, basically playing GTA.
Only thing higher than his speed was his BAC.
Yes.
What was it, 168?
Barely got it.
161.
Yep.
Oh my god!
Which is crazy because you said it was almost 2 hours after the accidents when they got it. So like he had time to sober up, and that was still the PAC.
Which means he was probably over 2 at that point.
Well, because the general rule of thumb is like an hour to to metabolize like a drink. So like he had metabolized 2 whole drinks at that point.
True.
Damn.
Kevin, you were probably rocking around that level when I saw it when we called the party over on Saturday, man. You were hurting.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, you were like death on Saturday.
I think I was perfectly fine. I don't think I did anything that bad.
No,
It's a
you
win.
didn't. It's just the only reason I wasn't as with you is because I was like, oh, I'm sensing a headache coming. I started drinking body armor at like 11:45.
Oh no, I
And
was
then
dead Sunday morning.
Oh yeah, Sunday. Hey, listen, my man over here couldn't even finish half his homemade bacon, egg, and cheese. I was like, oh god, this poor bastard. Where did Drew make you stop? By the way,
He didn't make me stop anywhere. I was looking for a place to stop to pee and get lunch.
where'd you guys get Mickey D's?
Yeah, just at the at one of the rest stops on the pike.
Yeah, on the Pike. Yeah, always a solid choice. Not gonna lie, Mickey D's in a hangover isn't terrible. All right, okay. So round table before we pick the Thursday game. What is your favorite hangover fast food?
Ooh.
Jake, go.
I mean, it might be the McDonald's quarter pounder. I went for a Wendy's chicken sandwich once and I puked it right back up, so probably never again.
Jesus.
But in my mind, it was a great cure.
No, Wendy's, if you want to cure a hangover, it's either the Baconator or like the triple burger, whatever it is.
As much grease as you can get.
Basically.
Mhm.
Pat?
So we're talking exclusively fast food, right?
Yeah, like chain fast food restaurants.
So it hasn't been put into practice yet. Because I usually don't get fast food the next day. Like I usually just die. But like Wendy's breakfast has been so good to me lately. I really want it to be good.
Slaps.
Like the honey bacon like chicken sandwich, so good. And I feel like that's the perfect amount of like grease and like taste and savory that your body needs the next day. So in theory, that's it for me. So I'll put it to practice next time I get like fucking belligerent, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so that might be tomorrow for me. Oh wait, no, home. Who am I kidding? Okay, Saturday I have to drive home, so I'm not going to get belligerent. But Friday, if I get a ride to the bar, yes, that might be the thing. For me, it's Popeyes. Always will be. I will drive to fucking Ansonia, which is 3 towns over from me, to go get my fucking Popeyes. Like, get me the 5-strip basket with a side of with a Cajun fries and a side of what's not the mac and cheese. What's the other thing I get there? Something else, whatever. It's the fries, it's the biscuits, it's the 5 chicken strips. That's my go-to when I'm drunk. Or backup if I can't make it there. Probably I'd have to say Wendy's with any kind of burger.
What's yours, Scott?
Cane's box combo, no slaw, extra toast.
Oh my god, that is gorgeous.
Oh, he was ready.
Yeah.
I had it a lot when I was a freshman in college because it was on the first floor of my dorm. So that was just my go-to for a year there. And then whenever I was by my old dorm, I would just get Cane's. So it's a great hangover cure.
Dude,
Cane's is just good in general.
Cane's is delicious. Isn't there a
I've
Cane's
never
in
had
Boston now?
Cane's.
There is
There one on
Boston,
BU's campus.
right next to Aganis.
Fuck. I might make a.
That's Samir's neck
pilgrimage.
of the woods.
I haven't had Cane's, and so we might have to go visit Samir and then go hit a Cane's up afterward.
The last time I had Cane's was like June when I was visiting house sitting for my brother in Nashville. It's
Kev,
so
you know
good,
me,
dude.
Kev, you know me, I'm a big Bojangles guy.
Oh, Bojangles slaps.
Bojangles hits so hard.
I'm not a Bojangles guy.
Also,
by the
breaking
way,
news.
underrated. I don't know if it counts as fast food, but Five Guys when you're hungover.
It is
Ooh, yeah.
fast
It's
food.
too.
I don't like Five Guys. I'll be honest.
Five Guys, if you're not paying, slaps.
Yeah.
No, I just the burgers don't do it for me, and the fries are so bad. Like I don't like
Yeah.
them.
Okay. So like, Kevin knows the deli in my town. It's definitely that's usually my go-to when I'm hungover. But if I'm really like trying just to get at it, there's this bar my sister used to work at. Everything they make there is fried or greasy or super cheesy. It's perfect. Like the one time I had these poor girls break out the blender from the bar to make me a milkshake because I was so hungover.
Oh.
I introduced my girlfriend to Drunk Taco Bell the other day. Or
Oh,
reintroduced, I
and
guess.
there is my other nominee. Oh,
Yeah. It was pushing like 1:00, and like we got back from like a house party, and like I was fucking trashed. And so we got back to her apartment and she started drinking more. And I was like, hey, I did not eat there. Like I'm hungry. What's open? And then she's like, like this, that, and the other thing. I was like, yeah, cool. Like Taco Bell. It has to be Taco Bell. So like I was like, yeah, like let's go. Like let's DoorDash it. and then it's just like that. Like food just hits your soul. It's just like
Yo,
a quesarito when you're fucked up is so much better than any food you could
a
imagine.
steak
Like
Crunchwrap Supreme when you're trashed. Oh my god, that shit's like God. Also,
a cheesy
when they had the
gordita crunch.
chicken line taco for about like a month,
Yeah. Oh my
that
god.
shit hit. So
I love that shit.
So Kevin met my boy dressed as Bro Jesus on Saturday. We were at his girlfriend's house and we were driving down through like downtown, like Thomaston or whatever. And most of us in the car were completely inebriated or effed up. The driver was not, obviously. And I'm like, yo, TB is the move. So, because it's the only place that has gluten-free options for his girlfriends. We all went to Taco Bell, right? I got 3 of those chicken tacos and a steak crunch, or 2 of those chicken tacos, a Crunchwrap Supreme. I was hammering that shit. I was like, this is like literally God in a bag.
I think Taco Bell is the elite food when you're fucked up. Like
It's elite when you're just tired too.
Yeah.
I came back. I played 4 hours of pickup football. I think it was like last fall, and I'm like, I stopped at the Taco Bell on the way home, and I was like, I ordered my usual like way too much food. I'm just like, yo, this is just hitting different right now.
Yeah. I think like
it's way better when you're not like fully with your senses. Like you need to be like a little bit off, and then Taco Bell's like, yeah, let's go.
Exactly.
Also, by the way, fun fact: Taco Bell average calories per item on the menu is the lowest out of all fast food restaurants.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! I feel better
because think about it: it's meat, vegetables, and cheese and tortillas. It's not hard to figure out.
Fair.
All right, you boys ready to pick this game tonight? Samir,
no, that's what I was saying initially.
Oh, sorry.
Breaking news: Georgia has suspended their starting Sam linebacker over rape allegations.
Oh, fuck. Okay. That got real dark. We were talking about fast food, and we got some dude doing some nasty things.
Well, this is a football podcast, so football news.
But mostly football podcast. Yeah, you're right. All right. This was Samir's upset pick. So, also, by the way, breaking news: Corey Davis out, T.Y. Hilton out, Marlon Mack out. According to Ian Rappaport. All right, so
this is really the Mike White game.
Oh, Mike White. I'll take the lead. Mike White, give me the Jets, baby. I have no points riding on this. I'm not making this my upset. I'm literally just taking this straight up with no consequences. Mike White. Also, the more the Colts lose, the better the Eagles draft pick gets. As long as they don't bench cards like a bunch of dickheads, we should be okay.
I still feel pretty confident with the Colts, though. I'll still take them over the Jets any day, even with injury or even without jizz.
I'm taking the Colts, but I'm looking. The line's -10, and the Colts just went to overtime on Sunday. It's gonna be less than 10. If I was betting, I'm betting the Jets. But I think
if we're taking straight lines, take the Jets line all day. It's way too big.
Yeah, but I think the Colts win the game.
Yeah, I think it's a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Over his career, the Colts are 2-14 without T.Y. Hilton.
Really?
Wow. Damn, Kevin pulling the money stat right now. He misses Samir that much. He pulled out a Samir level stat.
Wait, did T.Y. play at all this year?
He's played like
one game.
Two snaps, like literally. All right. Well, that's sound. You guys know what
this
it means,
is
right?
As of October 13th, so it might be worse or better, but as of October 13th this year, they were 2-14.
So
they could not win enough games to make that stat look good.
Okay, so you're taking the Jets there, Mr. Kev?
Yes.
Y'all heard that sound. You know it's time for it's America's favorite game, besides the one-sentence game, obviously. Kevin, I know how much you missed the one-sentence game, but it's time to crack a six-pack. Lead it off, our bonus game of the week, Army Air Force, the Pat Donahue Bowl.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, so if we can see behind me here, we got the first cab flag up. Mild unit. That's what Army's repping today, or Saturday, rather. I think you're going to see very classic academy football. It's going to come down to who can actually activate a passing offense. And I think it's kind of an objective truth that Army has a better secondary than Air Force does, because they've proven time and time again they have good corners and they have decent safeties. So I think it comes down to Army. I think Army wins it, and that's not me being a fanboy. I just think the run game for both teams are equal, but it's going to come down to who can actually make those big, third and long plays. So give me Army on that.
I'm going with the boys from West Point as well. I feel like when it comes to academy football, the Air Force is like the ugly redheaded stepchild of like the academies. Most of my friends, except for of course Pat, are ex-Marines, so they all root for Navy. So unfortunately, like I gotta pick a team at this point. I'm going with fucking Army. Are you kidding me? They're repping Pat's team. So Kev, I think it's time for a quick.
Jeez, dude, you have control.
I know.
Also, I would like to say there's a reason the rivalry is "Go Army Beat Navy." Like that's the slogan for West Point. The rivalry is Army Navy. Air Force just exists. Like it's both quarterbacks are both starting QBs are banged up, but like I still think when it comes down to it, it's an Army win. Like I don't know. The Twitter sphere might disagree with me on that, but it's Army all the way.
Yeah, if they're wearing the first Cavalry decals, no way I'm looking Pat in his face and saying I'm picking Air Force. Go Army.
See, Pat, the intern gets it.
Thank you. Yeah, big appreciation.
It's true. I'm also gonna roll with Army, partially because I'm pissed. Listen, I tell you in the quad this week, I had a way to revolutionize Service Academy offenses. So I'm a little pissed that Air Force goes with ground-based attack. You got to go West Coast or air raid if you're the Air Force. So fuck those guys. Go Army.
So what do you do if you're the fucking Navy?
You go for the so I thought about this. What Navy needs to do is go with an offense revolving around the deep ball and call it the full salvo offense.
Nice. Call it the artillery barrage offense?
The full salvo offense.
Fair enough.
A little naval bombardment.
There you go. All right. Okay, you picked, right? You picked everyone clean sweep on Army?
Yeah, we clean sweep Army here.
Clean sweep on Army. JD and Samir were lame, so they didn't pick this game because they suck. But
they're picking Army.
Rude,
I've
if you ask
decided
me.
they're picking Army.
I will ask
They
them.
picked Army.
Okay, so if Army wins, you all get a bonus point, by the way.
Or
Yeah.
they just don't get points.
Oh, okay, so fine. The guys who are here pick. If Army wins, we get a point. They don't. Fair enough. Because it was clearly posted in the fucking chat. So there you go.
Again, like full disclaimer, like this is gonna like if you're into like a quote unquote like Smash Mouth football, this is like the game for you to watch. Like if you want to watch like running backs like get 3 yards at a time and a fullback getting like 1 to 2 yards per carry, this is the game. And then if you want to see like a quarterback just throw like a fucking like 30-yard bomb out of nowhere, this is the week or this is the game to watch. But if you
Matt,
don't
what is
like
this? What kind of football is this?
Smash Mouth football.
Somebody did once tell me the world was going to roll me.
I thought he was gonna
So-
play it. Like I thought he was seriously gonna play the song in the middle of the show.
Nah, it's fine.
But
I
yeah,
already got one
this
podcast banned in a whole third world country. I don't need
Was it
this
Turkey?
podcast sued
Wait,
for
you consider
copyright
those
infringement.
red bastards third world? Okay, I'm on
Check.
for it.
They're not. They're technically second world, but by the end of the war, they were third world. History
sorry,
lesson.
Yeah, my
for y'all.
basketball show is banned in the whole Middle East because I played a song on it. So annoying. Like what the heck?
Perfect. Love it. For history lesson. The term first world, second world, and third world countries comes from the Cold War. NATO countries and those allied with them were the first world. Communist countries and those Western or Eastern Bloc countries allied with the Soviet Union were considered the second world, and then unaligned countries were considered the third world. And those slowly changed kind of to more just first and third world. First world countries were developed, third world countries weren't. And by the end of the Cold War, China did separate itself from the Soviet Union. They probably would have helped in a war, so they could be considered third world, but it's probably second world.
History lesson from Kevin. You guys ready to talk some more college football?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Always.
Yeah, well said,
Auburn,
though.
A&M.
I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll with A&M. Kyle Field is a nightmare to play at, and I don't need to hear from Auburn fans how they beat A&M after Alabama lost to them. So let's go with A&M.
I'm taking A&M too. Cruz kind of gave it the old Cruz stamp of approval there before he took off on his mystical journey to the magical land of Tuscaloosa. Just Kyle Fieldhouse, man. Just what is 101,000 people?
It is
Loud
over
as fuck.
100,000, but I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, it's just, oh, good Lord. To me, it really comes down to the simple fact that I think Auburn shouldn't even be ranked, honestly. I think they're like that SEC team who's just hanging around before some team punches them in the mouth. Lions, Texas A&M minus 4.5. Yeah, I'm rolling with A&M as well.
That's the line. Jeez.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm taking A&M in that. That'd be a lot higher.
Well, I think they're giving Auburn's higher ranks. They're giving them a couple points.
Okay.
Yeah, I got A&M at home. I looked up, they're the fourth best defense point wise in the entire country. I think they're gonna eat up Bo Nix.
I'm for it. All right. And Samir took Oklahoma. Oh, wait, no. Samir took Auburn. Wait, did I read that wrong? No, Samir took A&M. JD took Auburn just to piss off Kevin. Fuck you.
Look, if I put something on the screen, I will take it off.
No, that one gets banned. Oklahoma State, West Virginia. Is it Country Roads or Cowboys here? What are we thinking, boys? Pat?
Yeah, give me Oklahoma here. I just don't like West Virginia as a program. I'll be honest.
Is this a backyard brawl reason for our mutual friend?
Who's the mutual friend here?
Sawyer, because the backyard brawls between Pitt and West
yeah.
Virginia.
No, that's nothing to do with that. I just West Virginia always disappoints me as a football program. Like, besides Geno Smith, apparently.
It's Steve Slayton, Pat White team, Pat McAfee team, that team. Oh.
I mean, we'll take Pat McAfee out of that, but that's about it.
Steve Slayton and Pat White were nasty. Noel Devine too. I'm going to take Oklahoma State. They're 3.5-point favorites on the road. As much as I would love to take West Virginia as like kind of like an upset here, it's I just don't see it. I think Oklahoma State's got too much firepower. So yeah, give me Oklahoma State.
We're all in line here so far. I'm going to go against the grain. I got West Virginia here at home. 3:30 in the afternoon in West Virginia. I think they pull it out.
Kevin.
I'm going with OK State. West Virginia, most notable quarterbacks the last 10 years, were a Jets draft bust and a guy who was on fucking steroids. So give me OK State. I think they're going to win handedly.
Alrighty.
Also,
right,
the fucking song is about West Virginia, not Western Virginia. If John Denver fucking meant Western Virginia, he would have said that.
Yeah, that TikTok is so stupid.
Even though Western Virginia, shout out to Shenandoah National Park, gorgeous, is gorgeous, but it's West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And if that state weren't a bunch of fucking traitors, we wouldn't be having this conversation because West Virginia would still be part of Virginia. But Virginia decided owning people was okay, so they seceded from the Union, and West Virginia went, fuck you, we're joining the Union.
Oh, this is Western Virginia, not like West Virginia University.
This is West Virginia University.
Okay, never mind.
I'm ranting about people who say the John Denver song.
He's talking about music.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, nobody's bringing up Allman Brothers versus Leonard Skinner, so I think we're okay for now. All right. Next up on the list, Browns and Bungles. We're going to the NFL.
Bungles are back.
Here's the thing: is like I don't know who to pick, because one, I was being very smart in fantasy this week. I moved two of my injured running backs to IR and went and just spray and pray on the free agent wire. Picked up Adrian Peterson, Jordan Howard, and the Raiders defense. Do I start the Raiders or Cleveland this week? Because I don't know who to touch here. Because like I don't believe in the Browns anymore. I think they're imploding. I kind of want to start the Raiders against the Giants at this point. I kind of want to take the Bungles here. Kev, pick for me. Pick yourself, and I might agree with you.
I'm going to take the Browns. I think OBJ was bad for them. I don't see it as a team exploding or imploding. I see this as an OBJ issue. I think now that he hasn't been at practice the last couple of days, this team is going to have new life. They're going to be more focused, and they're not going to be worried about getting OBJ as targets, and they're just going to fucking play football. Give me the Browns.
All right, fair enough. Pat.
So I really do want to take the Browns here, but I feel like OBJ's been a locker room distraction for them this week. They had a couple different players like come out and like talk about the whole situation where it's like, yeah, we'd love to have him, blah, blah, blah. It's like, but he doesn't want to be there. And I think that's an issue for the team, knowing that like there's a player that you know and love, like basically like one of your friends and teammates who doesn't want to be on in your organization anymore. And I really like how the Bengals look in general. So I'll take the Bengals here. I have a lot of faith in Joe Burrow and Joe Mixon.
All right. Jake.
For the Browns here, this feels like a must win or can't lose classic part of my take segment. But the because if they lose this to the Bungles in division, I know it's on the road, but that the hands over the panic button, they hit the panic button if they lose this. This was supposed to be their year. I think they're going to come in refocused, ready to go. I think Cincinnati doesn't have the experience to fight with them. I think I got the Browns.
Do I roll with Pat or I roll with the pack? JD said something to me and Jake and Samir on Tuesday that like kind of shook me a little bit. It was the first time I ever heard a Browns fan admit maybe Baker's not the answer.
He's not
that was
the
jarring.
weak point of that offense.
I know he's not the weak point of the offense, but JD is like kind of done with Baker. You know, fuck, I'm gonna hate myself on Monday morning. All right, give me the Bengals. I'm going with Pat here.
Yeah, baby.
I love Joey.
No regrets.
I love that offense. No regrets. Listen, that offense is just fun, man. I think Mike White and the Jets kind of just punched them in the mouth a little bit, and they were kind of just like a little surprised. I think they went in. They know they played the Browns this week, so they kind of looked at the Jets game like a joke, and the Jets embarrassed them and gave Mike White all his fame. I think they're going to come out and hit Cleveland hard.
So they're not a mentally strong team. Got it.
Yeah, but you don't have to be mentally strong to win regular season games, just playoff games. The San Diego Chargers under Marty Schottenheimer proved that time and time again. So give me the Bengals. All right, Titans-Rams. Now, this game's interesting because Von Miller and Adrian Peterson are involved in this game. Von Miller, newest member of the Los Angeles Rams, and Adrian Peterson, newest member of course, my team, Window to the Waller, and of the Tennessee Titans. I don't see how the Rams lose this game though. I think Peterson's going to put up some yards though, because that offense is basically resembles his offense from Minnesota back in the day: play action, pass, and hand the ball off to whoever's behind the center. So give me the Rams here. I just don't see, unless the Rams just take a game off.
Yeah,
well, I don't think they're in that mode yet. I think they're still hungry because they know they have the Cardinals they have to compete with all year. So give me the Rams. Kevin.
The Rams aren't taking a game off. They've mortgaged their future for this team. They have no draft picks for the next 5 years. They're not taking any games off. And if they do, Sean McVay might legitimately kill them at the 50-yard line after the game. Give me the Rams. I mean, that team's too good, especially on defense now. with the addition of Von Miller, Ryan Tannehill is going to be in his own personal hell.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
AJ Brown about to put up some serious numbers though.
No, he's not.
I'm praying. I'm playing you in fantasy this week.
I mean,
Still, Kevin may have the best fantasy name of all time. Don't drink and draft.
I was passed out by the third round.
Literally the greatest draft night.
Like
of all
I
time.
took Matt Jones in the second and then promptly passed out.
All right, Jake.
I got the Rams too. I think this Rams offense is unbelievable. I think Stafford keeps it rolling. He's perfect in this McVay system, and I don't think the Titans have an answer for it, especially without Henry.
Patrick.
Yeah, give me the Rams here. The Titans have been robbed of their offensive identity without Derrick Henry. He's one of a kind, and I think it's they're not going to be able to fix that with Adrian Peterson. And two, now that the Rams have Von Miller, I think defensively, like I wouldn't even be surprised if it was a shutout this week. Like if I had to bet for like a shutout or maybe like they only score like a field goal, I'd probably do that.
All right, Jake.
Jake just picked.
He did take
I'm
the
sorry.
Rams there.
I was trying to catch up on the other guys' picks. Clean sweep. Even JD and Samir
Too easy.
are on the Rams. So yeah, there we go. If the Titans lose, we're all screwed. Pats Panthers. We'll leave it to the resident Patriots fans to go first. Jake, you're up.
I've been thinking about this one all week. It still depends on if I think they're going to start Darnold, but I have a bad feeling PJ Walker's going to end up in. It's a completely different system they have to prepare for, but if anybody can prepare for multiple scenarios, it's Belichick. I think the Patriots ride high after a big win in San Diego, and they go down to Carolina, and Stephon Gilmore gets torched because they know his weaknesses.
You pulled the Jared. You said San Diego when it was really Los Angeles. To our other Patriots fan, Mr. Kevin, how you lean? I already kind of threw your pick down, but unless you're going to surprise me right now.
You know, this is a tough game to pick. It's really hard to pick the Patriots in this game. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's probably going to be back. This defense is good, and they only got better. And I know they played some shit teams. No, I'm just fucking with you. It's the Patriots. They're starting to open up the playbook for Mac Jones. He's throwing the ball downfield with accuracy. He's poised in the pocket. There's only one of those. Christian McCaffrey still probably is going to be a little slow after coming off the IR. And Sam Darnold is going to be seeing ghosts once again. That's going to become a meme in 2 cities in America. Give me the Pats.
God, I fucking hope so.
Let's go.
Look, I mean, I can't really say too much more than what these two have already said. McCaffrey, I think, is still like 50-50 at this point. So even if he plays, I think he's a limited role. And if they decide to like play him at 100%, I think it's going to be negative for McCaffrey. But like, I don't see how the Pats don't take away from this. Sam Darnold, I feel like, is going to have brain soup after this game.
I feel he already looks like he has brain soup.
We didn't mention Damian Harris, so you can talk about the ground game.
Yeah, that too. Like Damian Harris is going to run over the whole team. He's not,
Guys, just remember my flaming tire fire known as the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Panthers.
A lot of people have beaten the Panthers.
Exactly. All right, moving on. It's time for the toilet bowl.
What's your pick? What's your pick here?
No, fucking Patriots. I'm not stupid. Come on.
Yay. Good job.
Like, come on. Like the Mac attack. It's all about it, baby. Like, jeez. Like, oh my God. The Panthers are fucking terrible. I just want DJ Moore to have like 110 yards. I'm good.
I just traded DJ Moore away, so I'm good with him doing okay.
Can I also point something out that's funny? I changed my name on Twitter this week to #MonkeyGateDetective. And people who know me, I have hung out with them. I sent them, so like, I'm going to be honest with you. After you changed your name on Twitter, I had no idea who the fuck was sending me stuff.
Thanks.
So I had to change it back.
Yeah, that I still think I do miss your. I did appreciate you actually changing your Twitter handle for what first time since God knows how long. I know you said
I
it
already
right
changed it back.
I know. Sad day. We're back to my Corkle Stan account.
What do you mean you know? I did it during the show.
I know because I was just on Twitter.
Okay. All right, Jake, toilet boy. Toilet bowl, not toilet boy.
All right. Toilet bowl. I'm going the upset here. Give me the Houston fucking Texans and old long neck David Mills. Oh my God, I love this shit.
You're
Fuck
an idiot. You're an idiot.
Fuck the Dolphins. Fuck this. I want that draft pick to be as low as possible. All right.
No, hang on. I'm gonna be honest. Jared's an idiot. He's picking them as his upset. Doesn't even know who's fucking starting at quarterback.
I don't even care. Long neck Mills, Tyrod Taylor, doesn't matter. Miami's in disarray. They're too busy about a quarterback who's like, what, 400 miles away from them in Houston? I am all about this Houston team just sneaking away with a stupid-ass win. And will probably be one of the most entertaining games of the year, by the way, because the Dolphins and Jags played pure electricity. This will follow suit. So Tyrod Taylor starting, I'm even more confident now.
Jesus.
Dumb motherfucker. Jake, go since you have to leave.
All right, so Jake, Jake, go.
All right, the Thibodeau Bowl, toilet bowl, whatever we're calling it. I got the Texans too. I don't trust Tua. I don't trust the Dolphins at all. They're in disarray. Not that the Texans aren't also in disarray, but I'm rolling with Houston.
Nice. Do you have a gimme pick?
Do you want to? Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah,
say,
let me get the Bills over the Jags.
Nice.
All right, but yeah, I gotta get rolling, boys.
All right, score a touchdown for us, kid.
I'll try to. All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Perfect.
Then there were three.
The OG three. That's been my upset pick since about like 8 o'clock this morning. I'm not gonna lie.
That will be an upset for sure.
Because I looked at the damn line, I was like, wait a minute. They're giving me this many points? Oh fuck yeah, I'm going with the Texans.
I mean, because I'll take the Dolphins here. I mean, both teams are just like dumpster fires right now, but I feel like when it comes to the whole organization, like the Dolphins are better off than the Texans right now.
I will illegally stream this game. I will do it. This is going to happen. I will sit at sports bar to watch this game.
I feel like this game is worse than this week's Thursday night game. Like I don't want to watch either of these games. Like they're background games.
Carson Wentz overthrowing receivers, Mike White just being Mike White. Are you kidding? I'm all for this.
Ain't about it.
All right, now that I don't get the fucking upset points here because Jared's a fucking dickhead, it's going to be the Dolphins. It's the Tua show. He's pissed. He's hungry. He knows that they want fucking Deshaun Watson. He's going to prove them wrong. It's going to be the Tua game. Go Dolphins, baby.
Go Vince.
Did that hurt your soul a little bit to say that, Kevin?
That I was picking Tua and the Dolphins?
The Dolphins, not Tua. I know you love Tua.
No, not really, because it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, this team's such a shit show. They have no offensive line. They cut all the good defensive signings they had last year. One of them requested a trade already. They have no run game. It does not impact the Patriots whatsoever if they win a game. Also, it hurts you. So go Fins.
Fair enough. All right. JD took upset Falcons over Saints. Going against Cruz here. Pat, I need an upset out of you.
Yeah, Vikings over Cowboys.
That was last week.
Oh, is my app not updated?
Kevin, you got an upset for me?
Yeah, give me the Fighting Illini over the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
I actually really like that. That was one of my possibles. So good pick.
Brett
actually.
Bielema knows how to coach in the Big Ten.
Yeah, definition of fucking ground and pound. I think they had what against Penn State? Did they have like 3 different guys run for 200 yards or 100 yards
Look,
and shit?
I don't know about the stats, but look, I've been saying this all year. Brett Bielema knows how to coach in the Big Ten. He might have sucked other places. Big Ten, that's his wheelhouse, baby.
Fair. All right.
Also, I want it to be known that if Jared didn't take the Texans as his upset, Alabama LSU. Alabama was going to be my gimme because Alabama is going to win by fucking 90 this weekend.
Yeah, I'm taking. Who's my gimme? I'm taking Cincinnati over Cincy over Tulsa. Cincy's going to be pissed they got screwed by the CFP committee, so they're going to absolutely like railroad Tulsa.
Yeah, no, I've realized my error. I meant to say Vikings over Ravens.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of okay. Their lack of secondary right now, I kind of dig that pick.
I'm still on the Lamar Jackson overhype train. Like,
Jesus, Samir, relax.
like he's good, but I think a lot of people make out that whole like improviser type quarterback to just be better than they actually are. And I hope Cousins can be a little bit of a game manager here. So,
I kind of like that move only because like Justin Jefferson and KJ Osborne and Thielen, that's not a bad receiving core.
like the Vikings have a good team besides Kirk Cousins, who's just an average quarterback.
Besides their head coach Mike Zimmer.
Yeah,
Who's their OC still? Is Shermer still their OC?
That's a good question. If only we had an intern to Google this for us.
Oh, if he didn't have to leave to go play in a fucking beer league flag football game. Kind of jealous still.
Mike Zimmer, yeah.
No, no, their OC is. I was wondering if it was Pat Shermer.
Oh.
I remember the last time I watched a Vikings game, 2019.
Wait, what?
Last time I watched the Vikings play was 2019. I watched them. Didn't watch them last year. I haven't watched them this year yet. I've watched like
Clint
highlights.
Kubiak.
But I haven't...
Yeah, Clint Kubiak.
Quinn Kubiak. Okay. I feel like their offense, for how much firepower they have, is so underwhelming.
It's because they're fucking quarterback.
Well, Irv Smith's the starting tight end, right?
Yeah.
Love me some Irv. Yeah, no, I want them to start Kellen Mond. Just eat the season. It's over. Y'all ain't doing shit. Just eat the season.
Starting Kellen Mond's horrible.
Oh, I know, but if it doesn't end up being horrible by some miracle reason, you'll get a genius. What's the worst thing? You draft another fucking quarterback. Kirk Cousins definitely ain't the answer. It's kind of like a win-win situation. He's terrible. You guys get a high draft pick. Possibly like a Desmond Ridder at like 5 or 7 or 8. Because isn't Malik Willis going to go number 1 overall?
No.
Or no, top 5?
Not. He might go top 5. Thibodeau out of Oregon is going to be the number 1 overall pick.
Well, it depends on who gets it. Because it'll probably be Detroit.
If any organization looks at this quarterback class and goes, we want to spend our first overall pick on a quarterback, they're in.
So here's the best part about this, right? So let's just say hypothetically the Dolphins only win like 2-3 games. I am really hoping Thibodeau falls to Philly. I know it never happened. That'll be like my like Kevin. You might see me do a cartwheel on live stream during the draft.
Wait, you're saying if the Dolphins aren't taking another quarterback high?
No, we Eagles have the Dolphins pick.
Okay,
so the worst.
At best, Thibodeau will fall to the 3rd pick.
So basically, I need the Dolphins to have like the 3rd worst record in football, which is very possible.
I don't think it's possible.
I'm still praying, and also that's why I also picked the Jets because I'm already trying to hedge my bets. I'm trying to load my team up again. Howie Roseman, evil plan 2021.
Yeah, this mark it down. This is the worst quarterback class since at least 2016.
Yeah, this is booty.
This is bad. Yeah, I will agree with that. I do think Ritter
Arguably,
has a high
going
upside.
back to
Gino.
2013 even.
Gino and
Yeah.
EJ, right? Yeah.
EJ Manuel, Geno Smith, Mike Glennon, Matt Barkley, Ryan Nassib, I don't fucking know.
Nassib.
Like 2016 at least has Jimmy Garoppolo and Dak Prescott.
That was
No, 2016 has
I-
Dak Garoppolo.
Listen, Goff and Carson are still starters. You have to give them at least that.
Okay. That doesn't mean they're good.
Carson's okay. Goff is in.
No, he's not.
Yeah, no. Okay, so literally, Kevin, my mother is watching the games, and the Colts game came on, and she watched Carson short hop a comeback route on 3rd and 10, and she just shakes her head and walks out, and I'm like, "Yep, same old Carson." I hear her chuckling in the background.
But guys, when he wins 5 Super Bowls,
Oh boy.
Guys, okay, listen. I get drunk as fuck on Xbox once and say some dumb shit after we win our first. Okay, leave me
that's
alone.
not just an I'm drunk thing. Like if I'm hammered and I say like, "Oh, Mac Jones is a future Hall of Famer," like there's a chance, but also that's just drunk talk. Saying when he wins 5 Super Bowls, he's going
Kevin,
to be the greatest of all time.
I am clinically insane. We figured this out already.
Yeah, so stop blaming your alcoholism on it. Just say you're dumb.
I'm not even an alcoholic. I just got drunk one night and said some dumb shit.
Fine. Carson Wentz is trash as long as you accept that.
I have accepted it. And the more he sucks, the better the Eagles draft pick is. I'm fine with it.
Fair.
This is like an Eagles fan's wet dream.
I hope Reich shuts him down the rest of the year. I would make some fucked
if
up.
he does,
some
I think
fake
Philadelphia
knee
fans
injury.
might burn Indianapolis to the ground. They're upset for 6.
Oh yeah, because it's completely out of the question that Carson Wentz would have some weird knee injury and miss the rest of the year.
Yeah, probably. Oh no, it's mental this time. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we roll out of here?
Nothing.
I mean, we can talk about the college football playoff rankings.
I don't fuck Kevin. I'm listen. I'm okay with Alabama being in it, but 2, are you fucking kidding me? The best ranked team was Ole Miss.
I don't disagree with you.
Which is scary, guys. I think
If they put him at 3 or 4, I would have been fine. 2 is a little ridiculous, and I get it's been a weird year, and I don't necessarily have an issue with them at 2, but I get the complaints about them being at 2.
I also like. Who was it? PFT said today. It was like basically this was the CFP committee telling Cincinnati, we don't fucking care about you and you're not making the playoff by ranking them behind fucking Ohio State.
Ohio State, but
Ohio State got bum rushed by Oregon. It was not that game. You watched that game live. That game wasn't as close as the score led.
Here's my thing. The College Football Playoff Committee doesn't do themselves any favors by not saying what they're looking for.
True.
If Tim Tebow brought this up a couple years ago, and I brought this up on Tailgate the Quad this week. If you want to hear our full thoughts on that, check us out at Quad Tailgate on Twitter and Instagram, Tailgate the Quad on Facebook. Actually, I have the episode on Facebook, but check us out. Kieran and I go into it a bit more. But Tim Tebow said it depends. If they're looking for the most deserving team, then yeah, Cincinnati should be in the top 4. If they're looking for the best team that has a chance to win, that will put the best product in the field, Cincinnati has no business being in the top 4.
Okay, so here's my one thing. If there was any team that challenged that rule this year, it is this year's Cincinnati team. They have had some rough stumbles. Listen,
I think that 2017 UCF team was better.
I debate that. I think quarterback play is better. I think Ritter is a superior quarterback to whoever the fuck was starting.
There are 21 other positions.
All I'm saying is that to prove that point, throw him as the 4 seed. Michigan State loses or Oregon loses or Georgia loses. Throw an undefeated Cincinnati team there as a 4 seed. See what happens. They get railroaded. Then the debate's dead. But you know what? It's even worse now. They're not even giving them a shot to get destroyed.
Let's say all those teams lose a game, right?
Yeah.
Here's what the best college football playoff will look like. That will result in the best games. And I'm not going to go 1 through 4. I'm just going to say the 4 teams because the seeding doesn't matter as much.
Okay.
The best teams in the country, if Cincinnati goes undefeated and the rest of those teams lose, are going to be Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia. The 4 seeds debatable. If Georgia loses the SEC championship, they'll probably get in as a 4 seed. And with Caleb Williams, potentially Oklahoma if they win out.
You wouldn't give it to Oregon?
If Oregon loses again, which
true.
Part of this is
yep.
Oregon lost again, then no, I would give it to Oregon. But otherwise, I'm giving it to Oklahoma if they win out and win the Big 12.
All right, fair enough.
I think the talent gap between a group of 5 team and the top programs in the country is too great. Alabama has 5 stars at every position. Cincinnati doesn't. It does reach a point where coaching, especially because all those schools I mentioned, except maybe Ohio State, I don't know about Ryan Day's. His coaching's fine. His recruiting, I'm not sure. But all those schools arguably have better coaches than Cincinnati.
I do think Luke Fickell's a better coach than some of these Power 5 schools. But I also think
some of those, but the top programs in the country.
Okay, so Saban, no. Cristobal, debatable. Ryan Day, yes. I think Luke Fickell's a better coach than Ryan Day. Lincoln Riley, not offensively, no. Lincoln Riley's the better coach. Kirby Smart, that's debatable because Kirby Smart, but he chokes so hard in big games.
Okay, so did Andy Reid for a while. Does that make him
I know.
worse
Okay, fine.
coach?
I'll give you Kirby Smart. All I'm saying is that I think also another thing we have to realize is with all the conference realignments, Cincinnati might be in a big Power 5 conference within the end of the decade.
Not by the end of the decade. Next 2 years. They've already agreed to join the Big 12. If they go undefeated in the Big 12 and win the Big 12 championship, then we're having a different conversation. But as of right now,
they also can recruit instead of 2- and 3-star team players like 4- and 5-star guys.
If your best win is Notre Dame on a bad year,
they're still 10, man.
Okay, but the point of this conversation was the cultural playoff rankings are dumb. So why is Notre Dame
even the coaches
their 10 rank is good for them because that shows they're still good.
Okay.
Cincinnati's 6 rank is bullshit.
I see your point. I'm saying they're still top 10 in every poll though.
Yeah,
not just
part of that is because they were ranked high in the AP poll to start, and that helps them out.
I agree that helps, but still, Notre Dame's not a terrible team. They're just not. They're not elite.
They're a fine team.
I think they're just as good as an Ole Miss or a Texas A&M, though. At least this year.
I think Ole Miss is better than them. I think Texas A&M is worse. That's regardless of A&M's ranking. That's a bad fucking loss for Alabama.
I wasn't even taking a shot at Alabama. I'm just saying, two teams that came to mind who are ranked around them were A&M and Ole Miss. That was my range of thought.
Look at Notre Dame's season. They beat Florida State by 3. They beat Toledo by 3. Yeah, they beat up on Purdue, but Purdue's weirdly good sometimes. They beat up on Wisconsin, who's trash. Then they lose to number 2 Cincinnati in the AP poll. Now, not cultural play poll. But then they turn it around. They beat Virginia Tech by 3. They beat a UNC team a couple weeks later who's not good this year by 10. If you're Notre Dame, you should be beating UNC by more than 10. UNC is not good this year.
No, they're not. My bunch of freshmen and sophomores from Miami got down to the goal line and then threw a tip pass interception with half our playbook. So, I see your point. I was really rooting for Cincinnati this year. I really wanted to see, even if they got their ass kicked, at least we'd know the answer.
Oh, I was rooting for them. I wanted to see them do well, but the problem is, we all knew this was coming. This isn't a surprise. But
it's
Cincinnati was going to get They don't have any good wins on their.
It's depressing. That's all I'm gonna say, Kim. It's just the same shit, different coin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially 8:00. Pat looks like he's about to pass out. I have to go watch Mike Lightning White light up the fucking Colts secondary. Shout out to our boy Cruz Oxenrider, of course, his final episode. Check it out, Cruise Control Pod, iTunes, Twitter, Spotify. Of course, check out myself, Jake, Samir, and JD on our episode Wednesday of the Corner Booth Pod. And, of course, check out our amazing college football show, Tailgate in the Quad, hosted by that beautiful bastard next to me, Mr. Kevin. Episode's already out. I will listen to it tomorrow while I'm probably doing cardio or something around, maybe yard work. I have off tomorrow finally. So, and of course, that other beautiful, handsome bastard over there is Pat. Go Army. That's it. That's all. Have a great weekend. Drive safe. Drink responsibly. Don't be Henry Ruggs. Peace.
Free Taiwan.
Free Taiwan.